So I want to talk about things that Lulu has learned while she's been with us in this program. The first that we're going to talk about is going to be leash walking. The command that you're going to use when you take her for a walk, when you want her to be right on your left side and with you, is going to be heel. Heel means have your head in line with my leg. You're not going way forward. You're not way back behind me. You're not way out to the left. She can be a little bit behind your leg. That's okay, but she shouldn't be like dragging all the way at the end of the leash. So when I'm ready, I'll say, Lulu, good. Lulu, heel. And then I start. Now, if she starts to get a little bit forward in front of me, I'm going to tap on that leash backwards. You notice how I go straight back over her back? I'm not lifting straight up. Good. Good girl. Now, if I stop, good. Now, if I stop and say, wait, she should stop and wait with me. She shouldn't continue going forward. Lulu, heel. Good. Do that again. Wait. Good. Yes. So when I tell her wait as well, a lot of the times she will sit here next to me. That's good. I'm going to reward that. If she doesn't sit, I can ask her to sit. If she doesn't sit, after I say sit, I can pull straight up on that leash to get her into a sit. Now, the other command you can use with her for leash walking is just going to be let's go. With let's go, I give her a little bit more leash. She can be out in front a little bit, out to the side or back behind. She can sniff stuff. She just can't cross over to your right side. She needs to stay on that left. So here I'm going to say, Lulu, let's go. And then, as long as she's not crossing over in front of me, she's allowed to pretty much do what she wants there. Good. Come on, let's go. Good. Then if I want to put her into a heel again, I'm just going to shorten up on that leash. I'm going to tell her, Lulu, heel. Good. Wait. Yes. Good girl. You can also, if she's not responding well to just the leash taps, you can tap on the e-collar at the same time as you do that leash correction. So when you do that, you'll say, so Lulu, see, Lulu, heel. Good. Now if she starts to get forward, she's being good. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Well, she's being really good and she's not doing it. But I'll show you in the lesson for if she starts to get forward, like I said, like when you do that leash tap, you're just going to tap with the e-collar as well to make that leash tap mean a little bit more. Good girl. Okay, free. Now, other things that Lulu knows is going to be sit, stay, and down, stay. So when we want her to sit, we're going to say, Lulu, sit. Free. Good. Lulu, sit. No, sit. So there I said sit and she laid down. I'm going to say no because I want her to sit. So I pull straight up with that leash till she's in a sit, and then I release that pressure. So here I'm going to tell her to stay. I'm going to walk away. Now when I walk away, if she chooses to lay down right there, that's okay. I'm all right with that because that's a more stable, comfortable position for her. I'm going to come back and I'm going to reward her, but her getting food is not an invitation for her to get up and move around. Good. I use good as that duration marker, which means keep doing what you're doing. I like that. And then when I'm ready to release her, with stay, you're always going to go back to her. So she moved a little bit. Nope. So if she moves, I'm going to just put her right back to where she's supposed to be. Nope, right here. Good. Sit. Stay. Because we don't want her to think that getting up and crawling towards us means that we're going to automatically free her. Good. So if she does get up, you can reset your criteria, your task, whatever you're practicing. Good. Reward her. Good girl. Okay, free. And then she's allowed to get up. Now in a stay, remember, always go back to her and free her. If she's in a wait, like through a doorway or coming out of the crate, you can just say, okay, free. You don't have to tap her, but stay. She really understands you coming all the way back and tapping her. You coming all the way back and saying, okay, free. Now, the tap we'll talk about with okay, free for the place bed. Lulu, free. Now for down, Lulu. Good. Hey, come here. Good girl. Lulu, down. Good. So her name and down, and then when I feed her in that down, you notice I'm coming all the way down to her with that food. Stay. The reason for that is that's going to encourage her to stay in that position. If I try to feed her from up high, she's going to want to get up. Good. Good girl. Now, even if I pick up this leash, that's not an invitation for free. Good. Okay, free. Now, if you ask her to sit her down and she doesn't, Lulu, free. So for sit, you can pull straight up on that leash till she's in that sit and release that pressure. Lulu, nope, sit. Good. For down, you can put your foot on that leash and use that pressure towards the ground. Once she's down, release that pressure. Good girl. Okay. Now, other things that she knows is going to be recall. Okay, free. So here I'm going to let her be free. And she's been a little bit stuck with me, meaning she wants to just hang out. So I'm going to let her go. Now, if she comes and automatically checks in like this, you can reward her for that. Good girl. But here, since I want to demonstrate recall, I'm going to take a handful of food and I'm going to tell her, Lulu, get it. And now she can go and she can get that food. Now, when I call her, Lulu, come. Yes, good girl. So her name, come, and then as soon as she turns to come to me, I'm going to mark yes and be excited about it. And then when she comes to me, she gets rewarded. You notice here too, I'm feeding her a few times. No, Lulu, come. Good, because she needs to stay with me until I release her. Good. So I want to make sure too that she's committed to staying with me until I give her the release. Okay, free. And then she's allowed to go. Lulu, ready? Go get it. Lulu, come. No. Lulu, come. Yes. Good. So if you call her and she doesn't come, say no, and you'll start tapping on that e-collar. Good. Okay, free. Until she responds by turning and coming to you. Remember, don't keep tapping as she's moving towards you. As soon as she turns and she's committed, that's when you want to stop tapping. We are the safe space. We're the answer to make that turn off. One more time. Some good treats out there. Lulu, come. Yes, good girl. Good job, kid. Nice. Good. Now here, if she were to leave me before I release her, I'm going to say no, and you can tap on that e-collar as well if she continues going that direction. You can also step on that leash if she tries to leave, because then she can only get so far. But when she's staying here and she's committed, you can keep rewarding her for that. And then, okay, free. Nice, good girl. And the last thing I want to go over is going to be the place bed. So the place bed for Lulu is going to be one of those elevated beds like we've talked about and used in the lesson. So what I'm going to say to her is, Lulu, place, and I'm going to point to that bed. Lulu, place. Good girl. And now she doesn't have to lay down right away. She just has to have all 4 feet within the perimeter. I'm going to walk up and reward. And when she's calm on the place bed, and by calm I mean like this, she's not barking, like excessively panting, being stressed, trying to get off, whining, that sort of stuff, that's what's going to get her freed. Now you can walk by and drop some treats on the bed for her when she's being good, just to encourage her to stay. And then when you're ready to free her, that's when you'll come over, scratch her under the chin and say, okay, free. And then she's allowed to get off. Lulu, place. Good girl. Now, if she gets off before you release her, she has a leash on, you can grab her by the leash and use that leash pressure to get her back on. If you're in close proximity as well, like you can use your body pressure and say, place, step into her. You can also utilize the e-collar. So if she steps off, if she is still in close proximity to it, you can say no and press and hold on that e-collar, remind her place. When she gets back on, release that e-collar pressure. But only do that if she's within like this area of the place bed. The place bed is in the office and you catch her in the kitchen being off of it, then what's going to happen is she's not going to understand why she's getting corrected because she's so far away from it. So utilize the e-collar when she's in close proximity and when you're watching her for it. If she gets off of it, she's too far away, like I said, like just grab the leash or just tell her like, nope, Lulu, come on, let's go. And then take her over to the place bed and put her back on there. And then make her wait there a little bit because we also don't want her to learn, I can get off, mom's going to put me back on, but then I'm just going to get released again. So make her wait on there for a bit and then you can release her after that. Good girl. Okay, free.